Welcome YouTubers, week 13 coming up, Thanksgiving week, so we've got some Thursday games, but unfortunately none of my picks are panning out on Thursday. I don't see any value there. But what I do have this week is in my multiple scheme, I have Jacksonville 1 bet or $1,000, LA Chargers 1 bet or $1,000, and Houston will be 2 bets or $2,000. So that totals up to $4,000 out there for the week. Beginning of the week. Fixed picks are the same 3 teams, only they're $2,000 a piece, so that's $6,000 out there. And my martingale scheme has a bunch of head-to-heads this week: Chicago and Detroit, Miami, Philadelphia, just kind of canceling each other out. Anyways, I have Jacksonville for $22.63, Cincinnati for $5.12, the Rams in Arizona kind of conflicting, but Arizona for $5.12. Chargers in Denver, same type of thing, so Chargers only be $17.51. And I think New England and Houston conflict, so Houston will only be $19.66. And finally, Minnesota will be $5.12 for a total of $75.16 out there. So good luck with those picks. Last week, I only had 2 picks out there, and I only had a chance of 2-0 or losing money. But fortunately, Tampa Bay and Washington both covered pretty significantly, 7 or more points. So 2 wins for the week. So that net profit on a $1,000 bet will be $18.18 at minus 110 odds. So yeah, positive $18.18 on the multiple scheme. The fixed scheme are the same 2 teams with double the money. So it's plus $36.36. And my martingales, lost Houston, lost Miami, won the Giants, won Tampa Bay, won Washington, lost Jacksonville, won San Francisco, and lost Philadelphia. So the net result is 4-4, but with a little heavy money on Tampa Bay and Washington, I got positive $6.22 in profit. So not terrible. I mean, it's better than losing money. Let's take a quick look at the watch list. Again, some conflicts out here, some more conflicts, but Jacksonville currently hosting Tampa Bay. So this week I'm going against Tampa Bay. They finally won me some money last week, and we'll see. Anyways, Jacksonville right now is -1, only getting 33% of the popular vote. But if I looked at the early money, more cash is coming in on the Jaguars, even though the tickets are not there. So I suspect that money will come in on the Bucks eventually there, and this will probably go positive. So yeah, good time to either look at the money line or just go with the bets now, but I think they're going to end up being an underdog. LA Chargers, again, they're going into Denver. Denver's kind of been a crap fest, but Denver's been covering pretty well this year, I mean. So we'll see. -2.5 as a favorite and a heavy public favorite. Good time to jump in at -2.5 right now. And Houston, New England. Houston right now getting +3. And 37% on covers.com. I know on the money pregame, for example, it was 94% New England and 4% Houston. So I expect that number to potentially even grow above 3. So you might want to wait a bit on that, is what I'm saying. So a couple potential dogs and 1 favorite. So we'll see how that works out. Let's go over the season YouTubers before we do ROI. Again, Geo losing week. He went 1-2. So now, I mean, he's 17-21 for the 17-28 for the season. So terrible picking. Half Moon is struggling. He went 2-2 last week, so he remains at 4 games down at 21-25, minus 1182. That comes out to so he's been not gaining any traction, getting back into that. Maybe there's still time. Logan Schiff and Teddy Bear haven't played in a ton of weeks, which is unfortunate. I would hope they've done that in the past, that they've skipped large chunks of time. Don't know what happened to them. Hopefully they're doing okay, but again, not reliable to pick from. Here's my fixed scheme with 2 wins is now 16-12, plus 5088, so close to my high. Anyways, doing pretty well. My multiple scheme picked up 2 wins this week, and I'm 19-15, so a little bit less. Plus 45.42. This is all $2,000 bets just to even everybody out. And doing all right there. OSGA picked up 1 win, 1 loss. He's 11-14, losing money. He's kind of whining this week on his video that his free picks aren't the cream of the crop and you should pay for his picks. But Well, anyways, there's his free picks. Not doing well. That's kind of an admission. You're not doing well. Goat House picked up a win this week. He only picked Seattle in his spread betting. His locks of the week. So he's now 16-14 on those locks of the week spread betting, and a little bit positive. So he's in the positive now. That's good. And the Meat Man picked up what I call 3 losses. I know the Philadelphia game, he was explaining it, that he's doing the money line, but really it was only because it was, the Philadelphia was favored by 1. I think eventually by game time they were a dog by 1, but he said, for the money line you were getting minus 115 odds, and you should just play the money line. So I considered that an ATS game, basically, because it was, marginal. So he's now got 5 straight losses ATS, and he went from 16-6. Now he's 16-11, came back down to earth a little bit. So I'm just a little bit behind him in my schemes. He still is the leader, and hell of a scheme, but we'll see if he's can have a turn his game around or not. Even though if you watch his channel, he'll tell you how great he is. And he's doing really well this year, like I said. But if you jumped on the bandwagon late, you would have got 5 straight losses. Wouldn't have been too great. So let's go to ROI, because I am positive on all my ROI schemes. We're out here at week 12. All 3 schemes are above 0. Not putting too much money out. Percent of total. These hollow dots down here, the percent of total, percent of $20,000 that you're putting out there. So not a lot of money out there this week. Like I said, I got 7,000, 4,000, and 6,000 out there, depending on your scheme. Anyways, I am at 8% for the martingale, 11% for the multiple, and 25% for the fixed. So my goal is 33, so we're going to keep playing. Hopefully we'll pick up some more momentum either this week or the week after, before it gets down to the crazy last couple weeks where everything converges. Apple 266, they dropped $1 this week, so they're a little bit, but it's still huge gains in the Apple stock, 27%, so still leading all my picks. Fixed is pretty close, but that's about that. One last thing I want to go over this week is just look at the teams that have been doing well. ATSs, I think there's 8 of them that are now got 7 wins, either 7-3, 7-3-1, for example, or 7-4. Arizona, surprisingly, out there doing well. So if you've been following these teams or betting them, you're probably doing well. Buffalo doing well. Dallas doing well. Green Bay doing well. Rams, even though they got not a great win record, they're good ATS, even with the loss last night, getting blown out. New England, I guess, kind of underperforming. I expect them to tail off in the remainder of the year. I think they're 10-1 or something, but 7-4 against the spread. It's just hard to meet those spreads. And the weather gets pretty bad in New England. New Orleans 7-4, and San Francisco. So those are or it should have been Pittsburgh. I'm sorry, not San Francisco. Pittsburgh. San Francisco is 6-4, and you got some other 6s and 7s that would bring you above the 53. But right now I'm looking for 7-win teams. So there's the recap there. Just something to keep in mind, that those are the teams that have been winning money. So that's another strategy to look at. Anyways, good luck, everybody. See you.